call you before then.
I love you.
Love you.
Sorry.
Meg Ryan introduced a new generation to the romantic comedy.
You realize, of course, that we could never be friends.
In 1989's When Harry Met Sally.
And this is not a come on in any way, shape, or form, is that men and women can't be friends because the sex part always gets in the way.
I remember reading the script and thinking it was such a delight because it was the dialogue was so fast.
I have a number of men friends and there is no sex involved.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
You only think you do.
It was very old school kind of rhythm. And when I read it, I thought it was music that I would want to play.
Oh. Ooh.
Are you okay?
And more than 25 years later, the deli scene is a Hollywood classic.
Oh. 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 Oh, God. Oh. Yes. Yes.
How many takes did that take?
It was I'm sure it was all day because by the end, who cared what sound I made? Just making all kinds of big sounds.
Yes. Oh.
Everybody was used to it by then in the deli.
Oh.
I'll have what she's having.
Of hanging around in sleepy
Ryan's Girl Next Door meets modern woman appeal paired with Tom Hanks in the 1990s romantic comedies.
Hello.
Sleepless in Seattle.
Hello.
You've got mail.
Yes.
And You've Got Mail.
Those are very powerful words.
Yes. Romantic comedies in particular are not too funny. The notes you have to hit you really have to be kind of very specific. It's a very sort of refined little place you have to get to.
And in a great romantic comedy, maybe the actress doesn't get her due professionally because well, it just looks so natural.
Yeah, it looks easy. Those are the hard ones to do, though.
Don't cry.
Ryan made them look effortless, though she was not a trained actress.
I wanted it to be you. I wanted it to be you so badly.
How did you become an actor?
I was paying my way through journalism school. Jane, you scoffed when I said it before, but you on television in the morning were such an inspiration to me. So elegant, so funny, so smart.
So out of her depth.
So not out of her depth. So making everything accessible to everybody. I guess it's hard to hear that, but it is true.
Well, that's pretty thrilling, but your path was meant to be dramatically otherwise.
Yeah, I guess so.
Known as Peggy Hyra at New York University.
Hold it! I just have to tell you about the Aren't You Hungry for a Whopper game at Burger King.
In the early 80s, commercials helped pay tuition.
Okay, back to the most important reason to come to Burger King, the food.
I'd go uptown and do auditions, and then I would write papers. Like I wrote a paper about my audition for a soap opera, and then I got the soap opera.
As the world turns.
Professionally, Meg Ryan now, but better known to millions as Betsy Stewart, Montgomery, Andropolis. Her first movie, Rich and Famous, sealed her fate as a Hollywood actress.
What was he doing there?
I don't know, but it was in Time magazine. He robbed some liquor stores or something, but it was politically motivated.
Oh.
And you were the teenage
Daughter of Candace Bergen.
And that didn't make you just crave
No.
fame and rich and famous?
No. I never liked all that. I always felt like that attention is just too weird to metabolize, so it's nothing I ever chased. But once I got the parts, I wanted to be good at them.
I just have one more thing to say to you, Jim Morrison. You have ruined another Thanksgiving.
And parts kept coming.
We gotta go!
The bag remained with a stretcher! No!
One of Hollywood's top 10 actresses in the 1990s. $1 billion at the box office. Not bad for an accidental movie star.
Then what happened?
It wasn't a plan that I would turn things down. I don't have to work, which is a wonderful thing to be able to say, so I'd travel instead. And 10 years ago, I adopted my little girl. I love being a mom, and that's a big part of my life. And I think sometimes as an artist, for me anyway, I had to just I felt the real desire to do nothing, to lay sort of fallow like a field, you know? And do other things and meet other people and have the terms of life be different than the terms of Hollywood life.
But as Meg Ryan has learned, Hollywood fame sets its own terms.
My husband once said of public figures, you know, what you withhold, that blank you leave, people will fill it in. And they don't do it in your favor.
That is true, especially with the internet. If you leave a vacuum, garbage will fill it. I mean, it's true.
Ryan's private life made tabloid headlines. Her marriage, then divorce from actor Dennis Quaid. The way she looked, or who she was seeing. Ryan chose to stay above it all.
There's almost no win in any of the world of tabloid, because as soon as you defend yourself, there's more story. And then more story that's possibly a misnomer, too. So most of the time, it's just not worth it.
So she concentrated on what mattered most to her, being a mom.
What about your kids? Don't you watch your movies with your kids?
No, no.
But Meg Ryan is excited about making movies again. Now at 54, she's behind the camera. On Martha's Vineyard, where Ryan spends her summers, she introduced Ithaca, her first movie in the role of director.
I'm glad this little movie is going to make its little way out into the world and say it. It's like a little poem on a postcard.
I'm going to be the best messenger this office ever had.
Based on the William Saroyan novel, The Human Comedy, set during World War II, the movie's central character is a 14-year-old boy on the cusp of manhood. Ryan plays his recently widowed mother.
There will always be pain in this world, Homer. And a good man will seek to take the pain out of things.
And I've always been more interested in being an observer. So I feel now, as this one movie, this little movie I directed, I felt like I came home to myself.
With a score by former boyfriend John Mellencamp, featuring her 24-year-old son, Jack Quaid, veteran Sam Shepard, and a dear old friend, Tom Hanks.
He did me this great favor by coming and playing this little part. And at the end of his day, he says, gathers everybody around. He says, you know, the crew comes around. He says, I know we've gotten really close in these last 10 hours together. But I just want to thank you for being here for my friend Meg and her first experience. Thank you all. And I mean, that's a friend.
Ithaca opens in theaters next week, and Meg Ryan is planning her next project, a romantic comedy.
And you're not in it?
No. I'm just going to direct that. We'll see if I can do it. We'll see if I can pull that off.